I think it has really opened the door for a different approach in this movement. I think that myself, when I came on board, we only had two males, and they were working on just In Touch with Teens. There was nothing gender specific at that point. I think that within staff, within organization, I think that we're a lot more open to the idea of having men as allies and them coming into the. I think that the impact that Frank, as a leader within these groups, has been tremendous. I think it's been absolutely successful, but also within the organization, it has really opened us up to other opportunities.
We saw it as an opportunity. Not to take away from what we were doing, but we felt that there needed to be a change within the agency and our efforts in reaching out to the community. And it just so happened that at that point we were making some changes within our prevention program, so the timing really was great for us.
Since we're all from rural areas, having lived out in the area, we saw such an immediate need because the services out there to young people are non-existent. And this would be an opportunity within the parameters of things we were already working on to say, we've got something to offer these kids out here, especially the Hispanic youth, who are a majority out there and a majority of underserved people because of poverty, etc.
These high-risk youth, these gang members, these guys that are, pretty much thrown away already, they are the leaders. They are true leaders. They have just chosen to take that leadership in a negative direction versus what, MyStrength, we hope, those people that are, positive leaders, so. But it was funny, too, when I heard that the first time that I went to the training, and I was like, okay, well, they are leaders. I mean, they may not be those leaders that we're talking about, but they're leaders. So.
There's some tension in the school that started to kind of overflow, and it's really been an issue at that school since '94, since I started there. Two particular ethnic groups, the black and the Hispanic culture, and the gang culture that exists in that area was just so prevalent that there were moments where I felt like for 33 minutes they can talk to one another without worrying about someone disrespecting their hood or someone from their own race calling them out that you shouldn't be talking to them. There was a safe net for those guys that they were able to talk, and they pointed that out. And they said, I've known this kid since I was in 6th grade, but I can't talk to him once I leave out of here right now.
That first year as a pilot side, we had 2 rival gangs in that classroom. These were 2 groups that really, we were concerned about that, but it allowed them that opportunity in that space to kind of check everything at the door, and they were different. Now, when they left the door, things may have been a little bit different, but I think behind closed doors, according to the facilitators, Ivan at that time, they really were able to check any of those issues at the door, and when they were in that classroom, they were a different group. They were a group. They weren't 2 separate groups.
This kind of perception that, black and Hispanic kids just can't get along was all part of the dominant story. So we were able to bring it back to what are some of our perceptions or ideas of what women are supposed to be in terms of our relationships with them. What does that look like for us?
One of the wonderful byproducts that I found of the program is not only addressing how they deal with young women or with women in society and stuff, is that once they start to internalize the idea that they don't have to put on this mask of violent masculinity, they can be more themselves, it actually enhances their ability to de-escalate male-on-male violence, when they're being challenged. No longer do they have to play to the crowd and go, oh yeah, I better, not back down or I'm going to be called a pussy or something like that. They're able to remember the framing that we did back in group, especially ones that have been in it for a while, and they don't take the bait. They don't step up to the plate and they don't take the bait.
I just feel that it just gives the agency more credibility. And because we do have that comprehensive program that we can offer. Not to take away from what, our good touch, bad touch, our self-defense, services. It's just, to me, I just feel like it's a good package.
What I found going out in the community is that it is the saleable thing that we do. Because people know that we provide direct service. They know that. Few want to talk about it. We don't do a lot of talking about it in terms of shock and awe. And I think that's why a lot of people will oftentimes avoid us, because that's what they think they're going to hear.
When you have a school principal, which we had out in Tranquility, about the second year, stand up and apologize to us and the community and the school because they had kicked kids out of school thinking that there was no hope for them. And then here comes the MyStrength program, and this kid is writing essays, getting good grades now, and was transferred back into the mainstream school. Somebody that the school district had given up on. And he, as a school principal, took responsibility and said, there is hope. I don't know what these people have done, but whatever it is, we need it to continue.
If rape crisis agencies can continue to do the programming with all the ups and downs of the funding, to stay committed to it, over time, these key players that are working in their community are going to start to hear stories.
It's been incorporated into almost everything that we do. There's seldom a presentation that is not made out in the public that doesn't speak to the Strength campaign.
I appreciate the fact, and I think it's important that CALCASA continues to require either the executive director or a program director to attend along with that potential facilitator, because you need to have that buy-in of the agency's administration, because if one staff member is just trying to do it on their own without any support from management or board of directors, it's not just one person who should be doing the work. It's all agency staff involved. That, with the launch events, everyone needs to be involved, and that buy-in needs to be across the board with staff.
Impact on what we actually do, that we can say one life was changed, 2 lives were changed. That one life, just take one of them, has changed what goes on in his home, has changed the impact on his siblings, has shown his parents he's not a loser, and that there's hope for them, and that there's hope for him to go to school, and what's going to happen with his kids. He's changed that principal's opinion, he's changed the opinion of his family, and he's going to eventually change the community because he's getting an education. And he started out by learning all of these things about himself, his family, his upbringing, getting rid of old myths and old hang-ups that he's lived with all his life.
Yeah, I've been tripping lately. You think I'm going crazy? That place my visions take me. Hold up, boy, I'm just angry. The whistle blows, I'm in the game, chick. The referee, so preferably I'm about to change the game. That's a red flag. Chris will show you how the game is played. I mostly hated educated, so I guess you'll say I got it made. Grew up on my reservation, didn't know right from wrong, but yet I tried to get an education. So I became complacent, tried to take the easy way out. Then I realized that's not what life was all about.
Yeah, I got a brain with some screws loose. Raised in a rough neighborhood, ain't brought around no blues clues. I ain't no little Wayne, and I don't need no fan. Yeah, that is what I do, but still I want a chance. Mama begging me to fly straight, but all I do is give her migraines, pains, and headache. But when I flow, I fall like her tears, overflowing like a running sink. Drip dropping to my feet.
Yeah, I've been tripping lately. You think I'm going crazy? That place my visions take me. Hold up, boy, I'm just angry. Yeah, I've been tripping lately. You think I'm going crazy? That place my visions take me. Hold up, boy, I'm just angry. Let me take you on a journey through a mad mind.